What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remix. In the last episode, we made it here to the final world, the end of the world. This is apparently a Heartless world where you are going to find all different pieces and reminders of various worlds that the Heartless took over. And that's going to become more apparent as we move deeper into this world. When we first got here, we had to kind of make our way through a gauntlet of various new enemies, a lot of them pretty difficult, and that's pretty much not going to stop. If you can see right here, I have changed around my Keyblade. I figure for the stretch and remainder of this area, I have equipped the Oblivion, and I also moved around some items. I forgot to talk about the Omega Arts, raises max HP, strength, and defense. Perfect for Sora. Donald's the same, and Goofy, I gave him the Rama Belt, only because it increased his max AP, and I was able to give a few more abilities onto our guys at that point. Sora, I don't think I changed around too much of anything. I think I'm going to get rid of Ragnarok soon and put back on Sliding Dash. Donald's fine, and Goofy got MP Haste, so this way he's able to get back more MP faster, and then he can then give it to me as my own MP, or give it to all of us as a Mega Potion health healing. Alright. That's pretty much that. We're all set to go. Let's continue our journey through the end of the world. Another new weird area for us to go into. A lot of different colored pillars that we have to deal with here. This particular section is called, as you can see, it's really crazy. Well, Goofy again. This is called the World Terminus. This is, again, like I said, where a lot of pieces from various other worlds that we've been to have made their way. As you go through this, you're going to be teleporting from these little blue spheres to each one of the pillars, and inside of these is like a little pink flame. It will be pink only if you had sealed that world. If you did not seal the world, it will not be pink. It'll be like a bluish color and everything. For the most part, you're going to have most of these pink and won't have to worry about them if you don't want to. But if places like the Colosseum or whatever you never sealed, they would be, I want to say, a bluish color. And you would need to go in here and you're forced to fight the enemies before you move on. Each one of the pink pillars will, again, lead to a different area. So this one leads to Traverse Town. You don't have to fight them all. Oh, nice. Treasure Magnet. I'll take it. But I recommend doing it anyway because, A, for the experience, good old Donald getting his own MP Rage, and also each one of the areas has a treasure chest in it that has a really pretty good item, usually a synthesis item, something rare, something hard to find. So I recommend jumping in each one of the pillars, beating up the few waves of enemies that you find, finding the treasure, and then moving on out of there. If you also notice, I changed one of my quick spells to Gravity because I'm learning to appreciate Gravity more and more. It's really good for a lot of these enemies to have a lot of health to them, so Gravity will knock out most of that health. Plus, it almost stuns them in a way if it swishes them down to the ground. Alright, let me run around here. Actually, I'm almost done. I only got a few more of these guys in order to beat. There we go. Beat him down. So yeah, that's pretty much how the World Terminus is going to work. If you did not seal something and you had to fight it, there would not be a little teleport sphere to get to the next area. That's why you're forced to go in here and fight the enemies if you didn't seal a particular world. And the only worlds that I know of that you don't need to seal are the Olympus Coliseum and Atlantica. Otherwise that, you're pretty much going to be sealing everything else. I didn't want to get rid of Ragnarok. I definitely want to put on Sliding Dash because that'll just make things so much easier for me a little bit later. And 3 left. Let me put on Jackpot just so I can get a few more items. But yeah, you're in the exact same area as you would be from all the different worlds here in Traverse Town. And in the back right corner, there is a chest that contains a Spirit Gem. Alright, I'll take it. Sounds good. And then you can't go anywhere because everything's blocked off. You can't even jump over them. They're way too high. So you go back out the way you came in. And we move on to the next area. Into the little blue sphere. So nothing really changed from it. It is just what it is. You can go back in and fight more enemies if you want. It's a good way of gaining certain elements, or not certain elements, certain synthesis items, because enemies will appear in specific areas. But in this next one, we're in Wonderland. I will clear these guys out and meet you here for the chest. Okay, there we go. Everybody's gone. Tell you, Sliding Dash and Gravity. They're becoming more and more useful as I go along. Thunder Gem. think I need that for a synthesis item. I need it for something, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're down the rabbit hole here in Wonderland. There isn't really any other place to go, so down the hallway and through the multi-door. Into our teleport sphere to the next column. Let us take a guess what we could be experiencing here. Yeah! This one is the Olympus Coliseum. And I'm going to try to not change the camera and cut quickly because there's a little bit of a spoiler here. So, oh no, cutting. I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm wondering, did I call my Keyblade the Oblivion when we started this episode, or the Oathkeeper? Because it's definitely the Oathkeeper. Anyway, that little spoiler that I was talking about isn't really much of a spoiler for anything. You know that there are banners and whatnot for the various Frost Gem. Alright, I'll take it. For the various tournaments here in the Coliseum, and the new one is actually up. I was just trying not to show it until I finally got there. But if you saw it, then no worries. We're going to deal with it later. Those that are familiar with the game probably know what it is anyway, so I'm just being crazy. Moving on now, we finished the Olympus Coliseum. The next pink pillar we will pile on through is the deep jungle. All of these monkeys better drop some power shards, and gems. Oh, there's one shard. Nice. I know I'm going to need a few of these. All those crazy monkeys have been taken care of right now. You had a few waves of power wilds and bouncy wilds, so a bunch of powered shards I got from that. In addition to that, I got a bright gem. Very good. We have a blocked path over there by all those boxes, so through here and to the next teleporter we go. The next world on the World Terminus order happens to be the Crazy Agrabah, and the chest for this is all the way down at the other end. So let me clear out everybody, and I'll show you what it happens to hold. Aha! Sora leveled up, and he learned Hurricane Blast, which is a great finishing move for an air combo. I'll explain that once I'm done. Nice, Blaze Gem! Before I talk about Sora's new ability, we're going to get done what we have to get done here in Agrabah. The door behind you is not the way out. You can walk into it all you want, and it's not going to matter. The chest, however, is way up top. You got to do some high jumping and some grappling and some pulling yourself up in order to be able to get to this. Kind of another thing we got to do when we come back to Agrabah later. And we get a Blaze Gem from that as well. So I guess getting it from 4 was kind of like whatever, because now I just got one. Let me give Sora this AP up, because I know I'm going to need it, because his new ability... Yeah, there it is. From an aerial combo, unleash an extremely powerful finishing combo attack to the enemy below. Sora, for a finishing combo, will do this like crazy somersault in midair where he holds the Keyblade out, and not only will he hit whatever's in front of him, but he'll hit what's below him, possibly behind him, all different directions. So once you grab that, definitely equip that, and Sora does a lot of air combos in this game, and with that equipped, you're going to be able to take down more people. Donald got MP Rage. I kind of want to give it to him, but there's really nothing I can... Yeah, let's get rid of that, and we'll get rid of one of the treasure magnets. He doesn't need 2 of them. Yeah, I'd rather him get more MP at all possible, rather than having to deal with anything else. So there we go with that, and Goofy got... We got something. Oh, a second treasure magnet. That's right. Yeah, whatever. I don't need to put that on him right now. Maybe later on if I don't have anything else to use, but Goofy will always have 0 AP, just because he has so many useful abilities, more than he'll ever have enough AP for. Could you synthesize enough AP ups in order to make him have everything? Yes. I'm not going to, because that would just take way, way too much time. But it's possible. Anything's possible in this game. Here we are, another world in order to do a brief battle in. This one is Atlantica, and if you never made your way here, you're forced to fight, and this is your introduction to swimming, so good luck if you never bothered to do this one. When I did my speed run of this game, where I beat it in about 6 hours, I never touched Atlantica at all, except for this particular scene. So that's why I only say if you never did it, this would be the one and only time you're forced to do any type of swimming. Oh, come on, chest. Where do I gotta be? Here we are. Another AP up. Okay, that's cool. So if I needed it or whatever. The vortex in the middle doesn't bring you anywhere. It actually just pushes you right to the top, so don't worry about being blasted somewhere inconvenient because of it. Let us mermaid kick out of here, because I don't want to ever have to do any type of swimming again, because that was just obnoxious. And we're on to the next world pillar. What do you think it is? Bets? Bets? Anybody bets? Halloween Town. And this is actually the only map in the world terminus that you cannot explore regularly when you go back and visit each world respectively. Why? Because this is where we fought Oogie Boogie inside of his mansion, and that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, there you go. See what we sort of did right there? That somersault flip, that's what the aerial blast does. Alright, let me clear out these guys as usual, grab the chest, and I'll do a little bit more talking about this particular map. Donald got some MP. Nice. I'll take it. And I think that was the last enemy anyway, so might as well just keep talking from here on out. Where'd you go, Donald? Donald, I'm excited that you got MP, but you're not up here standing next to me. Where did you go? I hear you. I hear. Are you stuck? Where'd you go? Oh, you're down there. Whatever. Alright, let's move on up to this chest, open you up, and we get a lucid gem. Sounds good to me. So yeah, you can explore around here, look around and stuff. There's nothing really to get or whatever. It's just to see and observe and see. The only cool thing is if you go over here, there's a little thing of Oogie Boogie down and a red button on the wall that I kind of want to push. I want to see what it does, but of course you can't interact with it. But yeah, this is the only map area that you can explore here in the World Terminus that doesn't actually exist in, well, Halloween Town in this case. Everything else you can find the map of in their respective worlds. Next! Aha, here we go. We're in Neverland now, inside of the ship. You don't have the flying ability while you're here, so you just have to stick with glide. And this is a pretty easy one that Zora has to do on his own, because as soon as you walk in here, the door shuts behind you. It's almost like a trap. It's a trap! Donald and Goofy are caught outside, and after you defeat all the enemies, the doors open up and boom, there are friends again, thinking that they actually helped me. You need to go this way to the back, and there is a chest over here. Make sure to grab this chest, especially if you didn't get the Defender Shield, because it contains the Mighty Shield, another weapon for Goofy, and a pretty good one to boot. Inside of Goofy's equipment, the Mighty Shield, the most powerful shield, small and efficient. Look at that strength increase. It only goes up by 2, but considering we have the Defender Shield on, oh, that's a strong shield. The MP goes back down to normal, which is why I prefer the Defender Shield anyway, but if you never ended up getting it, great shield to replace the Herc Shield with. I mean, your strength would go up quite a bit, MP wouldn't go up, but at least Goofy would be a lot stronger and whatnot. Still about the same size as the Herc Shield, so it doesn't deflect as much, but a good weapon nonetheless. Of course, the Defender Shield stays on him because those are just awesome, awesome weapons. Down we go, and out this way. Next little area in the World Terminus is a different colored pillar. This one is all green rather than the other pink ones. This is a special one because it leads to a very special world indeed. Let us fly on in. The 100-Acre Wood. Yay! You thought that we weren't going to see it again, did you? Here in the 100-Acre Wood, you're able to save your progress. Highly recommend doing that, by the way. And it contains a Mega Elixir item that is a full party heal of MP and HP. Maybe something you may want to throw into your characters because we're going to be coming up upon a very interesting area next. Going through the next teleporter, you can always go back through the other ones if you want to. There's a green little circle that you go through to go backwards. We have this red fiery pillar in front of us. This looks dangerous. This looks scary. But you know what? We are heroes. We laugh in the face of danger and jump headlong into it. So this is supposed to be your Hollow Bastion style setting. You have a big Heartless symbol all the way at the other end of the hallway. That pretty much prevents you from going any further. It's like a permanent blocker. So why don't we take down these invisibles? I missed with my gravity spell. Gotta put off as much as I can and do what I can to knock these guys down. Come on! Get him! Thank you! What'd you get? Oh, I see an item! Item! Oh, come on! kill this guy and get the item. There we go. Got the Gale. Woo! Excellent. You're going to see these guys drop another Gale. That's great. All right, you're the last one here. Let's just finish you. Oh. Ow. Oh, come on, Donald Goofy. Come on. No! Oh, I hate this move. This is the move I was explaining in the last episode about the big black ring that circles around you, and if you let it finish the attack, will do a massive amount of damage. The invisible is also invincible, while he is performing it and all that other fun stuff. Alright, so in here we have a very unusual room, something with like a few portals in it, some weird psychedelic portal in the middle. And this console and a chest. Chest contains an elixir. I hear walking. I guess Donald's stuck somewhere. But the door is shut. However, you need to come here and read this. One's born of the heart and darkness, devoid of hearts. Ravage all worlds and bring desolation. Welcome back, Donald. Seize all hearts and consummate the great heart. All hearts to be one, one heart to encompass all. One heart shall rule them all. Realize the destiny, the realm of Kingdom Hearts, the great darkness sealed within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness, for the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole, 1 key to the door of darkness, tied by 2 keys. The door of darkness, to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows, returning to the darkness. One's born of the heart and darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. Some pretty interesting things right there. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be some type of prophecy or something like that, and a list of instructions in order to have the ability to open up Kingdom Hearts and be able to access what Kingdom Hearts actually is, which is the heart of all worlds. Once you have access to Kingdom Hearts, you have the ability to go to any world you want, and you can code it in darkness or shed it in light and all that other random stuff that they talk about in the game. But that's actually stuff that we will get to know a little bit later. For now, we have this. Another hole has appeared in front of us. We have destroyed the red pillar. We now just have a bottomless hole that goes nowhere. So, what's the best place? What's the best thing for us to do? Actually, dive on in. Okay, I think I'm going to have to talk here through most of it, because the background music that's playing, I am pretty confident has copyright to it at all. So, it's actually an appropriate song that's being played here, because we're going up against a really large and extremely menacing boss. Oh boy, there he is. This is the mighty and fearsome Chernabog. First appearance in Fantasia during the Night on Bald Mountain set in 1940. 1,500 HP, 15,000 experience, and you will gain the ability Super Glide after you finish beating him. This guy is one of the few guys in the game that has absolutely no journal entry. I don't know why. You figured Jiminy would be writing something down about this massive beast. But basic strategy to use against Chernabog, I guess it's Chernabog or Chernabog, there's a few different ways I guess you can pronounce it. But first things first, you want to make sure Donald and Goofy are alive, and that's not really happening right now. We've got to wait until they come back to life with their abilities, so until then I got to avoid any and all of his attacks. There's Goofy, let me get down low, and Donald's back. Okay, I need to land somewhere. Best place to land would be right on the top of the volcano, and definitely summon Tinkerbell. Summoning Tinkerbell is going to be literally your lifeline for this entire fight, because Chernabog has some really devastating attacks, and they come in rapid fire succession. So even with your second chance ability or second wind ability, or the one that keeps you with 1 health even after you drop below 0, he can hit you and hit you and hit you. So Chernabog's name is actually derived from the word Chronobog, C-R-N-O-B-O-G, which is a Slavic deity, and the word actually means black god. I'm pretty sure that in, you know, their culture, he didn't look like this. This was a design that was made by Walt Disney himself in order to represent the devil. And I don't quite remember the actual scene in Fantasia where, you know, he comes about and everything, but I do remember this music. This music is very iconic music, so if you want to see if you can find him or whatever, just search his name online. You'll be able to see him, and you'll know exactly what he's from. But there was a point right there where, I mean, Tinkerbell didn't save me, but she is continuously saving me. Tinkerbell is continuously giving me health as I'm flying along, and if Chernabog were to bring my health down to 0, she would, I guess, sacrifice her energy in order to bring me back to full health once. But then she's gone. Then she's not healing me again, and you have to kind of deal with it on your own. I'm doing pretty good keeping her alive. You can see her constantly flying around me, which is really nice. And thank you, Tinkerbell. I am more than grateful about having your presence during this fight. Fairy versus a demon. Fairy versus a devil. Pixie versus a devil. I don't know. It seems very appropriate to have her in this fight. There we go. Got Sora to level up, got Goofy to level up. Nice. I'll take it. Back to the fires of hell you go. And thank you for leaving Super Glide behind. Another place that you can land on Chernabog is on his shoulders. It's a little difficult to land there only because he's constantly moving around, but in order to do a summons, you need both feet on the ground. Super Glide. While in air, press the square button to fly at high speed. Hold down the square button to remain aloft. It's basically a better version of Glide. You go faster, you go further, and it's just a nice thing to have on everybody. Why not type deal, especially if you're in a rush from getting from point A to point B. Now we need to drop down into Bald Mountain itself. I can only assume this is Bald Mountain because that's where Chernabog comes from. That's part of his whole shtick and whatnot. So we're going down, down, down. He actually came from a world that's in Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS. There is a Fantasia world in the Kingdom Hearts 4 3DS, and you do fight him in that as well. Down we go into this portal area, and now we're in another weird world area. You're seeing like remains of other civilizations, some thorns and whatnot. Maybe Maleficent was here, I'm not really too sure. Some weird looking trees and all that other fun stuff. So moving forward, you're going to be going through a few of these different areas. That's a scary tree. I think you see those in like Snow White. Isn't that what scares her? Oh, you got a little bit of a showing of what Super Glide does, but I'll show it right here. You jump and you hold square and you fly really fast. So much faster to use than Glide. When you come out of this last area, move! Oh, it didn't work out so well. Got ourselves another Arc Behemoth in order to deal with here. And he does a surprise jump attack at you every time you walk through. I remember the first time I ever played this game back for the PlayStation 2 when this was brand new. That scared the ever-living crap out of me. Mainly because you're not expecting it. You jump in, and the camera's in a weird angle, you turn, and smoosh come these giant hooves from this thing. I mean, it's a good thing that I was able to heal myself and kind of recollect and whatnot, but there we go. Cancel your ability and knock you down. Jump, guys! Get him, get him, get him, get him! But that's just something you gotta watch out for when you get to this particular spot. Oh, he's gonna cast his lightning! Oh, it hit me. That's alright. Where's Donald and Goofy? What are you guys doing? I think you're just standing there. I mean, you can't really do anything because his head's up top, but... You know, it'd be nice to at least give Donald and Goofy an ability to get them up here with me. It'd been nice if they could kind of join me up top, but whatever. He's down, he went down. And now for the gimmick of this room, you have a heartless symbol here on the wall. And after we defeated the Arc Behemoth, a piece of it has fallen off. From here, for the next, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes or so, give or take, we're going to be fighting lots and lots of Heartless. Several waves of Heartless are going to be coming at you. And every time you defeat a wave of Heartless, a piece of that door is going to fall off. You want that to happen because you want to get through that door, and, well, once I do that, you'll actually find out why. Second battle I'm going to call for Tinkerbell. This is probably another great battle to have her with because you're going to have Dark Balls, you're going to have Invisibles, you're going to have Angel Stars, and I think that's it. But you're going to have a lot of them coming all over the place. Like in every wave, you're going to have a certain amount of these guys coming at you. And we all know that the Invisibles can be really annoying. And I'm kind of glad that they are susceptible to the gravity ability. But it's like you're trying to swing around and there's just so much movement happening. It's hard to kind of keep an eye on what's going on and who you're locked onto and how Donald and Goofy are doing. Just try to... Ooh, Gale, nice. Just try to concentrate... Oh, you jerk. On what you are doing personally, what you are doing as Sora. Keep an eye on your health and make sure to try to keep that arrow spell up for the entire duration of these fights. Because this is going to last. This is going to last quite a long time. This is supposed to be where you use all of the skills that you have learned throughout the course of the game in order to survive wave after wave after wave of these things. And if you happen to notice the door that I ran by, it's starting to, lose its pieces. Come on! Beat him up. Stop running away. Get him, guys. Ugh. There we go. Next wave. Got some Angel Stars here. These aren't so bad. You just gotta make sure to, like everything else, go at them and hit them. Gravity takes them down, takes a good chunk out of their health. Plus, they drop a lot of MP, so keep up with those spells and whatnot. I'll take any items you drop as well. Oh man, come on! That's his defense move when he puts his wings up like that, so no physical attacks are able to hit him. Was that a smart move? Oh, I got one Dark Ball. I don't know if I got anything else, but I definitely got one Dark Ball with that gravity spell. I'm going to start going through and collecting all of the level 3 spells. Mainly because you get something for collecting all level 3 spells, but also because why not have all the strongest type of things you can get? I mean, a level 3 Cure right now would be awesome, a level 3 Arrow right now would be awesome, but you don't get the level 3 Arrow until you collect a certain amount of puppies. I think I have to go revisit Hollow Bastion to get my level 3 Cure, but all that's going to be a little bit later. I've been trying to think of what I needed to do after this particular episode, because this episode's going to end right before the final push to the end of the game. Oh, you jerk! I hate these things. And I've been kind of debating back and forth on what the best method for me to use in order to finish up the game would be. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a world completion list or something along that ways. I'm going to go back to each one of the worlds now that I have every possible ability I can get in the game. Another Gale, hooray, hurrah, and all that in between. And I'm going to collect all the chests I can. I'm going to get all the puppies. I'm going to get all the Trinities. And I'm going to show off all of the unique Heartless, except for the bosses. This game has 3 super bosses in it, and each one of those is pretty much going to be its own episode. Max AP up for Donald. Very cool. Mainly because those battles take some time in order to finish, and they're made to be difficult. They really are. So even at a higher level, they can still be a pain. And for those of you that have played those battles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Specifically, the battle with the clock. That's all I'm going to say for those that have no idea what I'm talking about. In addition to that, I do have the 4th Tournament Cup in order to go through. And it's a long one. The Phil Cup, the Pegasus Cup, and the Hercules Cup each had 10 seeds in it. I want to say that this new cup that we're going into has either 30 or 50. But you gotta do with everybody, you gotta do it alone, and then you gotta do the time trial. And I know for a fact there's no stop the clock trick in this particular one this time. So I won't be able to do the time trial mode for it at least until I am level, oh god, in the 70s or 80s or something like that. Plus I need better weapons and whatnot. So that's pretty much that. Better accessories. Oh, heal, because Donald and Goofy are down for the count. Oh, there's another thing that I forgot to mention. Watch what happens. Goofy then gets revived. While you have Tinkerbell on, if you are around your allies, if she does a regeneration for you, she will heal them as well. So it's a good way of bringing Dom and Goofy back from being knocked out and not having to wait for them to like recharge or whatever. Goofy's strength went up, always go well, and I'm pretty positive this is the last round of these guys because they're just all over the place. Alright, come on, get him, get him, get him! This is long, this is crazy, this is insane! This is a lot of guys! 1, 2, 3! And invisible, get him! I'd rather kill him first because he's the most annoying. Good! Final angel star! Come on, yes! There we are! That it? That better be it. Oh, please let that be it. Yeah, there you go. Chipped away at it piece by piece, and that is it. It actually has an animation of pieces falling off of it if you happen to notice as you're fighting, but don't know when you would take the time to do that. Alright, this is it, guys. This is literally the final room. This is the final rest. Exactly as I kept saying it was for the past few episodes. Through that door is the path of no return. You go through it, it is to the end of the game or bust. We have a save point here. We also have a treasure chest right here that I'm going to take with a mega elixir in it. And I am going to save it. And that is going to be it for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, Metal Blade 427. In the next episode, we're going to be going from world to world, doing a little bit of a cleanup, per se, and we will collect all the stuff that we need to collect. We will fill up Jiminy's journal. We have so much side stuff to do. I have a bunch of other plans that I hope in order to do along the way before we walk through that door and actually see what Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, has planned. Thank you again. You guys have a good one. I will catch you all later.